Jonathan Hartsell. I lead digital banking for our consumer and small business segments here at First Horizon Bank. So First Horizon has a proud history of serving our communities and our clients for 161 years. We are very active in the 12 states that we serve in the Southeast. And as we move into the digital age, we recognize that increasingly that interaction and that service happens through our digital capabilities. So we're making deep investments in that space to keep up and lead in the market. I think regional banks in general are going through a transformation of recognizing the importance of digital capabilities. For a long time within the regional banking space, I think there was a mentality of good enough is good enough, right? As long as the capabilities did the basics, it was fine. We had the bankers in the banking centers and they maintained the relationships. We recognize now that digital is the primary interaction channel for our customers. It is the way that they spend time with us. I saw a survey recently that talked about the number one reason that consumers choose or stay with a bank. And the number one reason was trust. Do I trust the organization to protect my financial assets? That's why banks exist, right? Is that we will protect your money. And increasingly in the digital age, that means protect you from fraud and cybersecurity threats. But what was interesting was in this latest survey, digital capabilities and customer experience actually moved up and is now tied for trust. So increasingly, the reason that our customers choose and stay with us is tied to the ability to have leading capabilities in the digital space that allows them to do their banking when and where they want, seamlessly and easily. For First Horizon, it really is about that personal touch. So how do we deliver that relationship banking premium service model in the digital space? I think the idea of trust in digital and building trust through digital capabilities is fascinating. I absolutely believe that we can do it. There is certainly no replacement for sitting with another person face to face and having that relationship. And we still work very hard to maintain those relationships with our customer. But I do believe that you can do that in the digital space as well. It's very much a hierarchy of how you go about that. First and foremost, it's about what I call competence. And that's that security and reliability, that protection, right? It needs to work. It needs to be there 24/7. Always on, and protect me from those threats that we have from fraudsters and cybersecurity, right? So that security and reliability is always the baseline, as well as having that robust servicing capabilities. From there, you can start to build up that hierarchy, right? So how do we then build a relationship through the digital space? We start to talk about caring. Can I demonstrate to the customer that I know them uniquely, and that I can personalize that experience to them? And part of our conversations, that's all built on data, right? Can we know the customer? Do we have their data so that we can deliver personalized insights, personalized offers that are tailored to our unique customer segment in the regional banking space? And then finally, as we move up that hierarchy, I talk about character, right? Customers want to do businesses with brands that they trust, that have the same values as those. That's where I think regional banks and certainly First Horizon really excel, is we can demonstrate that we're in our communities, we know our customers deeply, we're present there in a way that I think the big banks and the fintechs really can't. We've been focused in two areas. One is really on giving a customer a 360-degree view of their financial relationship, and then making it really easy for them to transact across institutions. And so when you talk about personalization and being able to deliver that, you have to have the full financial picture of that customer. If we only have a partial picture, then it's very difficult for us to say, hey, here's something you can do to improve your finances or avoid negative outcomes. And so that's where partnering with Plaid provides the ability to provide that full relationship view so that we can then tailor insights to our customer based on their full financial picture. So that's certainly one place. And then again, we know that our customers increasingly have relationships outside of First Horizon. It's an industry. We see that customers have more relationships than they used to, and the ability to transact across those relationships and move money seamlessly and easily so that the customer can bank when and where they want to is the place that we've really been focused and are leveraging the capabilities that Plaid brings to bear. We start with security and reliability. That has to be the foundational element to say, first and foremost, do we have robust security? Are we protecting our customers' privacy along the way? And so understanding that and making sure that we have all the appropriate legal risk compliance reviews in place before we launch anything, as you talked about. It really is a balancing act. But beyond that, talking about our customers and making sure that they have transparency and they have an understanding. So we really are focused on giving them visibility to when and how their data is being used and giving them control over that data. So the ability to, number one, when they see that, potentially have the ability to revoke that access or change that access. So that's a place that we're very focused, is maintaining that transparency. We have a principle that we talk about internally as well as demonstrated security. And demonstrated security is about security we usually talk about being behind the scenes. When you log in, we're doing all sorts of checks to make sure that, hey, you're not a fraudster and you're safe and you're who you say you are. And that's great. Our customers never see that. So we're actually bringing security to the forefront and starting to involve them in that conversation about, hey, here's some things you can do to protect your account. And part of that is like, how is your data being used? Where's your data being used? Do you have multi-factor authentication? Are you doing the things to protect yourself? And that does a lot of things. It helps the customer. It helps us as a bank do more to protect our customers. But coming back to that trust theme, it also builds trust. Our customers are now involved in that conversation alongside with us. They see us working to protect them. And I think that is really important, is how do we involve them in that conversation? I think regional banks have a big place to play within the market, and they deliver unique value that our big bank competitors and the fintechs really can't replicate. And it's all about that relationship focus and premium service. And we talk about the best of big and small at First Horizon. Our value proposition is the big bank muscle, small bank hustle. We have to have the products, the services, the digital capabilities of the big bank, but then we know our customers deeply and we build that relationship and we're able to respond to their needs in the community in ways that our big banks often struggle to. I think we'll see expanded payments capabilities, right? And seeing that kind of move as we think about the things that you could do in a digital wallet, right? And how that becomes easier as we look at pay by bank is an area that I think is very interesting, right? Is how do we bring that to our customers in a way that actually provides value to them? Customers are not looking necessarily for other solutions unless it is really value-based. And so we look very much at that value exchange. Back to your innovation question, it's not a solution looking for a problem, right? It's are we actually solving a problem for our customers in the marketplace? And so that's how we stay focused, is making sure that the customer is at the center of everything we're doing and when we're driving that innovation. So that's one area that I think you will continue to see innovation in the payment space.